tifu by learning that my favorite cup, the cup that I use every day to drink my morning tea, is causing me brain damage, by user Laterment. Today while scrolling through my Twitter feed and minding my own business, I learned that there was a study recently that the 1987 Garfield mug series from McDonald's titled It's Not a Pretty Life But Somebody Has to Live It has been tested to and now is verified to have over 99,300 ppm of lead and 5,833 ppm of cadmium, which are both to cause brain damage and or potential cancers. This is my favorite mug. I am a massive Garfield fan and I use it every day in the morning to make my morning tea as well as to have at my desk when I stream and record/edit videos. My favorite fat cat and a hyperfixation since I was young has been killing me, one sip at a time, and ironically to add to the meat of this, my name is John Garfield. TLDR, but today I learned that Garfield, the fat orange cat, is giving me brain damage and potentially even cancer. Link to lead testing article. Picture of me showing off and brandishing my super cool Garfield mug in astonishment and bewilderment. Edit, additional text and information. I'm not sure why this post blew up the way it did, but 7 hours and a million views later, I have found out there are many Garfield cup owners, users, and enjoyers, and I want to say thank you for checking out this post. I appreciate all of you. When I made this post, I wasn't expecting it to get to where it is at, but if you have a Garfy cup like me, you're probably safe as long as you are not licking the damn paint. Haha, don't lick the paint and make sure your print it's still laminated/sealed. Use the cup at your own disposal for whatever you please and keep doing what you do, you wonderful people. Smiley face. I'm planning on making a YouTube video about this situation and the cups in a week or so. Thanks to you all, and I really do hope you enjoy. I'll still be in the thread chatting, but it's been an adventure. TIFU by making my kittens hate women, by user lol night. So this has been evolving over the last 4 weeks, but the fuck up was understood today. I am a man, M30, who due to a busy job and hundreds of other excuses have been single for my entire life. I am an avid nature lover and biologist, so last year I fostered 2 cats from my local shelter, whom I ended up adopting. Now when I adopted the 2 cats I was informed that they would be sterilized, vaccinated, and ID chipped. However, due to some miscommunication, fast forward 1 year and I am now sitting here with 5 kittens on my lap. Luckily kittens are in high demand this time of year, so these ones will find happy homes. However, for the first 12 weeks they are under my care. My single man 30 care. I have a decent social life. I've been lonely for a long time, but I have good friends and okay circle for socializing and a job which introduces me to many people. What I do not have though is a stable female companion. So for the last 4 weeks I've had 5 kittens growing up in my large house, and what I can honestly say is a very poor sex life. So yesterday the mom of some friends of mine came over to see the kittens. She has been helping me feed my cats when I am out traveling for work. But this time when she came into my living room the kittens fled and disappeared under favored hiding places. We thought nothing of it, and after some minutes they came out and started introducing themselves. Now to today's apparent fuck up. A lady from the local shelter came over to check up, take some pictures, and give them some meds. When she entered the living room 3 of the kittens flee and hide. 2 are sleeping, and when the lady sits down next to them to cuddle they startle, hiss, and scratch at her. The lady from the shelter is used to cats but had never seen this from kittens ever. She asked me if I had done anything to them, and I of course refused as I love my cats above anything. She then asked, have they had any visitors? I immediately answered with detailed accounts of all visits. A general summary, all my friends have been by to visit. All my male friends. Me and the lady laugh a bit and I note, so you're telling me I need to have more lady visits? We both note the humor of this and she said I should invite some of my friend with girlfriends or some ladies from work over. Why? Because the kittens was becoming scared of women, especially female voices. So this is how my poor sex life and forever aloneness have been turning my kittens into women-hating little daddy's purrs. TLDR, my dating life is so poor that my kittens have become afraid of female voices and women visitors. Edit, formatting and self-docs, cat tax. TIFU by ending up in the ERBC of a bullet vibrator, by user imaginary location 35. Happened at 6:30 this morning. I've never gotten it stuck when I insert the first half/tip, but my BF and I were having amazing sex a few minutes prior, so I guess it had more room than when I use it at the entrance of my vagina on my own. It is small, maybe 3 to 4 inches, and it went too far. It even went the wrong way while I tried to get it out. I tried for over an HR to get it and knew it probably wasn't going to happen. Tried squatting, lube, Kegels. Gave up mentally. Then it died. That's when I wish I had tried more while I at least had the vibrations working me. It was then that I fully realized there was no chance in hell I was getting this out. I drove myself to the hospital. The admissions nurse was too sweet and said, "That's fine. That's no big deal. Let me ask you, was it good?" I said it was, laughing. Then she gave me a fist bump. Mortified, but it made me smile LMAO. The doctor said she may need forceps and I said yeah, I think so. Forceps would have been my dream tool. She responded, "And here you thought the vibrator was your dream tool. They are so great and made me feel better." LMFAO. I'm an idiot. Never thought it would happen to me. $150 and 2 hours later and wish I didn't make this expensive mistake. I'm just glad I didn't have a real emergency. Edit, Reddit, you're the only one I told, and I made the right choice. It is just under 3 inches and no amount of body shaming is okay. The entrance was closed and the rounded tip couldn't be worked back through it. I had no grip on it. I could feel it, but I clamped onto it too hard. Every body is different. My BF has been giving me the most satisfying sex I've ever had. He doesn't see the bullet as a competition. It brings me pleasure and he's not that insecure. We were in the middle of it and taking a break. "Thanks for making my day." I said the same thing to the doctor and she said thanks for making hers. Also, live near NYC and employed by the city. TLDR spent $150 and 2 HRS getting a bullet vibrator removed from my vagina in the ER. I'm an idiot. TIFU by crushing my feet for 7 years, by user Japiboy. When I, 22M, was 11 I had never bought my own pair of shoes. I had grown up with my mum taking me every time and getting my feet measured. At this time I started living most of the time with my dad. From this point on whenever I went to buy new school shoes I just told them the last measurement I had taken, size 5, UK. I specifically remember at one point people questioning it which annoyed my teen self. So I started just picking up size 5s and buying them without speaking to staff. I also remember a lot of tiny feet jokes from other guys at school, and tiny dick jokes alongside it. Fast forward to age 18, I get an inheritance and travel a bit around Europe. In Spain I decide to buy shoes and need to get tested for my European size. Turns out I'm a size 9, UK, and have been forcing my feet into shoes inches too small for years. I buy my first correct pair in 7 years and they felt amazing. I guess as a teen I just thought shoes were supposed to fit tightly. When I'm back in England I go to the doctor and speak to them about it. Apparently squeezing your toes isn't a great idea because they have grown incorrectly through years of distress. As a result of my idiocy I am estimated 3 shoe sizes lower than my body was supposed to grow to and my balance has been affected also. I'm assuming it's also the major reason between years of ingrown toenails pain. Dr. wore shoes the wrong size my entire teenage life and ruined my feet permanently. TIFU by forgetting to close gay porn on my computer before teaching my 5th grade class, by user fax Sherry Scrotum. Background story. I'm a 34-year-old gay man, and I live in a country where being gay is not looked upon as favorably as one might wish. I teach in a Christian school in an affluent part of city where most of the parents are conservative. Okay, so yesterday I went to work as I normally do, and at the school I work at, the teachers and students primarily use computers in class. As I walk into the classroom, I greet the class, introduce the subject we're going to be working with and tell them to open their computers. While I'm talking to the class, I'm plugging the HDMI cable into my computer to show the students a few video clips and pictures. My computer connects to the projector, and I type in my password to unlock the computer. I'm distracted by the students as the computer slowly turns on, and without realizing it, the computer is turned on, and I've forgotten to close the porn tabs from the night before. It's worth noting that the porn I'm primarily watching is M/M, gay, porn. The kids are obviously in shock, and so am I. I was speechless and I immediately closed it, and tried to laugh off the situation, which I quickly realized was the wrong move. After some discussion and apologizing, I thought I'd saved it, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. I told the administration what had happened, and they told me to go home and that we'd figure out what to do. When I come home I start getting messages from parents telling me how they're disappointed in me, and that they won't trust me to be around their children anymore. Facebook posts emerge calling for my resignation/firing. I'm really anxious about this whole thing, and I'm afraid what the consequences might be. Usually I'm very careful about the stuff I tell them about my private life as I know the parents' opinions on homosexuality, but now it's all out there. The school's administration has called me in for a chat Monday where I usually teach my classes. I am afraid I might be getting the boot, and knowing my city, I'd be surprised if anyone would hire me again. I had gay porn open on my computer when I was showing something on my computer to my 5th grade class. Now I might get fired. I am not from the US, so keep your Republican/Democratic shit flinging to yourselves. Edit 2. The local priest and father of multiple kids at the school has publicly announced that he will report me to the authorities for corrupting the kids' minds and souls with my sinful gay teachings, and make sure I get the most severe punishment possible. Also, some additional info that I've shared in the comments already. The porn showed was a thumbnail of 2 men kissing. I don't live in a Western world, and the reaction to the incident is more about the fact that I'm gay than the incident itself. I'd been closeted up until this point. Edit 3. To the people telling me this isn't about sexuality, ask yourself this. Would you get this upset if someone accidentally showed a close-up picture of a man and woman kissing? Edit 4. I can't afford a good enough smartphone or a second computer like some of you suggest. If I want to watch porn, I have to do it on the same computer I use for work.